Hello everyone and welcome back for another edition of 8 Minutes with Aaron. I'm of course your host Aaron, and today we are going to talk about that Monday Night Raw that took place on Netflix on June 6, 2025 from Los Angeles, from center that I have actually no idea where it was from. So let's get rolling with a fresh edition of this guy right here, Aaron. Monday Night Raw kicked off on Netflix with a bang. We had Triple H coming out and welcoming everyone to the new Netflix era. After that, there was a little bit of a slideshow or video showing the past, present, and future of what WWE hopes to be. There was actual clips of with Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. You had Goldberg, Brock Lesnar was mentioned. What is going on here? Is Brock coming back? I have no idea. This guy would say probably, maybe even at the Royal Rumble. Then it kicked off with The Rock coming back to WWE and coming in for the worst segment that I've heard from him in quite some time. Now, I am not a huge Rock fan, but it was just terrible. He is definitely missing a step, or he's just too old and just needs to get the hell out of there. Which led us into our first match, Solo Sikoa versus Roman Reigns for the Ufala. I know I mispronounced that. And it was a tribal rules match. It means anything goes, interference, nothing like no disqualifications and shit. This match was actually pretty good, and they gave it a huge chunk of time, maybe about like 35 to 40 minutes. In the end, we saw a lot of interference from the new bloodline and the old bloodline. We had Sami Zayn and Jimmy coming down. We had Tonga Loa and Jacob Fatu interfering. The facial expressions from Paul Heyman were insane. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa gave it everything they got. Spears, Samoan spikes, Samoan drops, throwing into the outside of the ring, throwing into the guardrail, hitting each other with chairs, hitting each other with kendo sticks. If you could think about it, it was done. And Roman Reigns' kicks looked on point. It came down to Roman Reigns hitting a big spear! Spear! Now, the one thing I do need to say is throughout this whole program, everybody got their finishers on each other, traded off, and they no-sell the shit out of them. This just makes me really sick of wrestling. I'm just gonna have to throw this out here. You are no-selling finishers. I understand maybe at a pay-per-view and a big money match and maybe the main event, there's a kick out here and there, but not every effing finisher. Kicked out of the spear, a Samoan spike, a hell of a kick, another spear. Why is Jimmy doing a spear now? I don't know. Roman Reigns, of course, won and got to Ulafala. The Rock actually came in, put on the neck, and we thought maybe it was going to be a program leading into WrestleMania. Nah, The Rock hugged them, and then they moved on from there. Boo! Now, I'm probably going to say this all out of order. The next match was the women's title match between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. This match is just basic. It was supposed to be a last woman standing match. Apparently Becky Lynch was supposed to be inserted somewhere in this match, but they figured, hey, why don't we just throw Undertaker at the end of the match, and Becky Lynch, man, we'll do that for maybe next week or some shit like that. This was basically every single match that they've had in the last couple months. Dominic interfered. You had, what's his name, Raquel Rodriguez trying to interfere. Rhea Ripley, of course, got her finisher on Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan kicked out. Garbage. Liv Morgan should not be able to kick out of anything Rhea Ripley does. The Riptide, that was her finisher. Rhea Ripley, of course, got the 1, 2, 3. And I'm giving this match a down. I really don't give a shit about Liv Morgan or Rhea Ripley, to be honest with you. And I didn't give her up or down for the first match between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. That one was getting an up. All right, now we're just going to have to move on because I'm running out of time because I'm talking about too many matches and what happens in between. There was like bits and pieces. They were segmenting around the ring, or I'm sorry, around the arena rather, showing a lot of the celebrities. There's Ashton Kutcher, you had Topanga there, and then I have to say that they showed like other wrestlers in the arena, and it was just kind of stupid. Like you're showing LA Knight and Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman and X-Pac, and you're showing faces with heels sitting together. Come on, who gives a flying F? Not this guy. Stop showing me the people in the audience and give me more shit in the ring, because there was too much talking during this whole event. Let's go to the next match. Jay Uso versus Drew McIntyre. This match was actually real quick. It was actually a 15-minute match. It went pretty shitty, I'm going to have to say. Drew McIntyre was going to hit a Claymore, missed a Claymore, and of course, Jay got a roll-up or a package, got him, rolled him up. I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying anymore, folks. Drew McIntyre lost the match. I think that was bullshit. But if you want to increase the feud between Jay and Drew McIntyre, this Raw could not be the finale, and Drew is, of course, going to get revenge later on in the year and beat the shit out of Jay and the rest of the bloodline, which could actually lead to a faction being formed between Kevin... Oh! I forgot about that. Kevin Owens interfered in the match against Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns, and he did a stunner, and then Cody Rhodes came in the ring. I forgot about that, folks. I totally forgot about that. So I'm going to say Drew McIntyre is going to join forces with Rollins and Kevin Owens to be a new force, and maybe Solo Sikoa jumps in or somebody else jumps in. I'm not really sure. Drew McIntyre and Jay. And then we had, of course, John Cena came down and basically said, listen, everyone, I'm back. I'm going to wrestle and shit like that. I'm never going to win the title for the 17th time. Wait, maybe I'll win the title. Maybe I'll enter the Royal Rumble. Maybe I can win the Elimination Chamber. Maybe I can win the Money in the Bank. So, dude, shut the fuck up. John Cena, you were just... I don't know, rambling on, and I can't stand you anymore either. So, boom, bob, bada bing, I'm giving your son of a bitch segment down. That's right, your son of a bitch segment is getting a down. They showed a preview for a Penta coming out and shit like that. And now that I'm noticing the time in the video, I actually did have more time to sprawl out my opinion of this Monday Night Raw. It was just so much crap. And it felt like a shitty PLE. It didn't feel like a Raw. It just felt like a shitty PLE. You had, you know, Undertaker come out at the end of the Rhea Ripley match and did a... He went around the ring on his bike. Like, Undertaker, get your ass out of there with your American Badass crap. Just retire and never come back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, folks who like Undertaker. And then it led us to the main event, which was CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. Now, a lot of people were saying that this was maybe like the match of the year. It's just the beginning of January. How the fuck is this match of the year? To be honest with you, it was very good in terms of story progression. CM Punk worked on Seth Rollins' neck, on his knee. There was a lot of spots where he did a pedigree and injured his knee, Seth Rollins. And, you know, there was a trade-off between, you know, Seth Rollins getting a GTS on CM Punk kicking out, CM Punk getting a curb stomp on Rollins, and Rollins kicking out. It was just a lot of trade back and forth, and it was just no selling of the finishers, and it just drove me nuts. In the end, CM Punk did 2 go to sleeps and won the match. So obviously, since CM Punk won, I'm going to give it an up, even though it was kind of sloppy, and I wasn't really into the match either. At the end of, you know, after it went off the air, CM Punk announced that he is going to enter himself in the Royal Rumble and try to go for the world title. Overall, in completion, Monday Night Raw, first night on Netflix. I'm giving you a down. If you don't improve over the next, couple weeks, I'm just not going to even watch you on Netflix. It's just stupid. My name is Aaron. Thank you for joining me at 8 Minutes with Aaron. I will see you next time. We're going to more stuff, more things, and of course, more of me. I'll see you later. Bye.